Martin from Pioneer. I'm down here at Movement Sound and Light in Southampton, and we're talking about the XDJ-1000. So here it is. This is the XDJ-1000. This is Pioneer's first driveless player. The idea behind it, like our other CDJs, is that it's a multi-format player. So you can play back from music files on a USB stick, or you can link it to your computer. Where it differs, of course, is you can't play audio files off of a CD. As far as the lack of disk drive goes, you will be able to control your DVS on various third-party software via HID, but of course the main strength about it is actually playing files off of your USB stick that have been formatted in our rekordbox software. So straight away what you can see is you've got the nice big full colour screen. So slightly bigger than on the other models, but of course the XDJ-850, which it replaces, you've got the full colour screen there rather than the three-line dot matrix display that you had. So straight away, for similar money to the XDJ-850, you're getting full colour screen Nexus navigation of the files on the USB stick. So what you can also notice is a lack of buttons, and the reason being is that we've actually got a lot of the functionality now on a touchscreen. So I've got the USB stick in, seeing my content there, I'm going to hit enter. Then, like on the 900 Nexus and the 2000 Nexus, you use the rotary pot here to find what way you want to navigate your stick. I normally search by playlist, but I'm just going to show you something here. When you go down to search, you hit search and you get a QWERTY keyboard, so that makes very easy and quick navigation when you're looking for a particular track or artist. So, you know, for example, there I've put in AC and it's bringing up ASON as the top search result. But I like to search by playlist, so I'm going to go into my October 14 playlist. I'm going to select a track. Okay, and the track's loaded and ready to play. Now what you'll notice is that you've got your full wave zoom along the top here. So using the rotary pot I can zoom in and out of that waveform exactly like I can on a 2000 Nexus or a 900 Nexus. I'm going to pause the track there. If I hold the rotary pot down, it then changes the view to grid, so I can now adjust my beat grids in my track on the screen like you can on the higher level models as well. Let's come back out of that. But of course the thing to notice is, I mentioned earlier on, there are a lack of buttons, and that's because you've got a touch screen here. So you've got your menu buttons along the top here, so that's your browse pane. You can go to your tag list if you've made a tag list. This is for track information when you're linked to another player, and then you've got your utility menu on the left hand side there. We've also got this perform button, but I'll come on to that in a moment. So going back to the browse mode, you can see all of your album artwork along the side there before you select your track. And then down the side, again, where we would normally have your media selection buttons, they're actually replaced by the touch screen. So you've got your rekordbox icon there, which is if you're connected to your laptop and you're using your rekordbox library on your laptop. The link button, if we were linked to another player, you'd be able to see the content that's on the USB stick in the other player. And then of course you've got your USB button because we're playing with USB. So another thing to note there is that you do have the link function, which you didn't have on the XDJ-850, so you can play back from one device across two or more players on the XDJ-1000. So going to that perform pane, you can actually use hotkeys. So you didn't have the hotkey function on the XDJ-850, but you've now got it on the XDJ-1000 like you get on the XDJ-2000. Difference here is, rather than physical buttons, again they're on the touch screen. So it's quite simple. You press record, find a nice place to put one in, so I'm going to put one there. Then I'm going to scan forward. The other thing you've got is the needle search. So then I go back to call, and it tells me that I've got two new hotkeys in there, so every time I press that button also quantize those now. So rather than a physical quantize button, you've got the quantize button on the touchscreen there. So that means that no matter how I try and tap that in off beats, it will always be on beats. And then to disable it, you just hit the quantize button again. Other features on the touchscreen that you'd normally have physical buttons for in the higher level models are the loop mode. So you just press loop there and you get your parameter, your loop parameters up on the screen. It's just simple. You press 2 and it makes a 2-beat loop. Simple as that. 8 and it makes an 8-beat loop. Hit quantize on that. And then you've got your half times and your 2 times buttons. So if I press the half, it halves the loop to a 4-beat loop. 2-beat loop, single, half, and then if I press exit, it takes me back to the track. If I like any of those loops, I just hold the memory button down and it will memorise them back onto the stick, so they're then tracked back to the rekordbox library. Let's activate loop mode again. You've also got the slip feature, so if I press slip, this inner ring appears, so like on the 900 Nexus, the 2000 Nexus. So if I scratch that, the point that you come back in is as if the track was playing all the time. Likewise, with the loop function up here, with slip mode on, if I just basically, whenever I touch one of those parameters, it will loop that parameter. As soon as I take my finger off, you're back to the track as if it was playing all the time underneath. So that's the XDJ-1000. Replaces the CDJ-850. It should be in stores at the end of November, beginning of December. And basically, for a £799 price point, you're getting the full colour screen navigation of your rekordbox library on a USB stick. Again, it's not got the Wolfson DAC chip like you get on the 900 Nexus and the 2000 Nexus. So, you know, if you're going for the full pro audio quality for a club install, for example, then you'd probably go for the higher level models. And of course, if you want a CD drive, it would be 900 Nexus and 2000 Nexus. But if you want some affordable full usage of your rekordbox library on a USB stick, then the XDJ-1000 is your solution.
Yeah, the DJ shop, yeah.